So we have these two entities. We have painter and painting. So the relationship between these two entities is one-to-many relationship, whereby we are saying each painting is painted by one and only one painter. Yeah. At no time shall we have two painters doing the same paint. Yeah, because this painting normally is from someone's imagination. Okay, so we cannot have two people having the same imagination. And we are saying, but each painter could have painted many paintings, and that's why the relationship that exists between these two entities is painter. Uh, One painter can paint many paintings. So the relationship that we are having, it's a one-to-many relationship, and we want to implement this in a database system. We create a database and create the two entities, which will be tables, the two tables, plus the attributes, and enforce the relationship of one to many, and see how all this is done. So to implement painter and painting, let's go to the database. We can show the databases that are available. Show databases. So you see that's the list of databases available. So we can go and create our own. Create database. Let's call it art gallery, art underscore gallery. Okay, so that's it. If you type show databases, we have our database here, art gallery. So let's go inside the database. So use art underscore gallery. So we are inside the database. So when we are inside the database, we can go ahead and create the two entities, that is painter and painting. So to go about this, we can create table, but before we create table, let's show tables. You see empty set, we have no tables. So we go ahead now and create the tables. So create table painter. I'm creating a table painter. Create table painter. You open the bracket, you press enter, then you list the the attributes that belong to these particular tables, or you list the columns plus the data types that belong to this particular table. So we have painter underscore ID. Okay, this painter ID, let it be Vacha. We can have only 4 characters, P001, that's what we'll be using, so that's 4 characters. So 4 characters, painter ID, Vacha. Okay, because the format of this painter ID will be P001, P002, so those are 4 characters. Okay, and this painter ID will be our primary key, so I will say primary key. Okay, primary key. Then we say not null. We don't want an empty value. That's why we're saying not null. When you're done with that particular attribute, that's one column, you press comma and you go ahead to put another one. The next one will be first name. Let it be varchar. No name can be more than, let's say, 12 characters. First name, varchar, 12 characters. Okay. Can also say not null. Then last name. Varchar, 12 characters. Not null. Next we have age. Let it be integer. Okay. City. Yeah, we can put city as instead of varchar, we can declare it as character. Okay. Yeah, character can hold 255 characters. Varchar can hold 1,000 to 2,000 characters, something like that. So varchar it's bigger, but it's okay. We have 10 city. Okay. Then we can have phone number. It can be also character. Then let's say how many? 0, 7, 10. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it be 10 characters. So that we don't have a number that goes beyond that. So that's the last entry. You don't put a comma, you just press enter, close the bracket, then terminate and press enter. So our query is executed successfully. So we can show tables and find our table painter is there. So you can also say describe painter, the table, so that we see the different properties of our table. So you can see we have field painter ID, the fields, or these are the columns for a table: painter ID, first name, last name, age, city, and phone number. Then these are the data types. Then when we look here under key, we see that the painter ID is our primary key. So we have created the table painter successfully. So if we type select star from painter, that is the name of the table, it is telling us empty set. That means this table has no record as of now. It has no record. So we will reach a point where we will insert data into this table. So let us insert data into this table before we go ahead and create the other table. Okay. So inserting data, we insert data insert into painter, name of the table, and we are inserting values. Okay. You press enter, you open the bracket. So here you list the attributes for the first record. So we start with the painter ID, which was a string. So you put it in the single quotation, huh? So which is painter 001, okay, comma. The next will be first name. You can have Rose, comma. Last name Rose White, comma. The age you should not put it in a single quotation because it's a number. So the age you can just put it like that, say 23, comma. We have city, should be in single quotation. Maybe they come from Nairobi. Okay. Then we have age, city, phone number. So phone number should have 10 characters. Okay. Maybe something like 07 12 345 446, something like that. So the phone number, we declared it as a character because we want the first zero to appear on our table. Because if we declare it as a number, the first zero will be ignored and it will start from 7. Okay, that's why we are declaring it as a string. So when you're done with the first record, you close the bracket, then you put a comma so that we add another record. So we're going to add 4 more. So let me do it very fast. With that P001 2 pointer 2. This is Mike. Have to be keen because if you forget any of these commas, the query will not be executed. Okay, so you have to be very keen in how you type these. That's our second record. We go to the third record. Mombasa. Go to the next record, our fourth record. So we put our last record, which is painter 005. Okay. painter 005 who is then, because this is our last record, we just close the bracket and terminate, press enter. So query OK. So we have inserted 5 records into table painter. So we can see our data by saying select star from painter. If you run that, you see our table is here and our 5 records are shown clearly here: patient ID, first name, last name, age, city, and phone number. So the next thing, we are going to create our next table, which is painting. But remember, the relationship was 1 to many. So we need to enforce the many on that table painting. And we need to ensure that the primary key, which is the painter ID, let me actually describe this table, describe painter. Yeah, so we are saying here that the primary key, which is painter ID, should be a foreign key in the table that we are going to create a painting to enable the one-to-many relationship being created between these 2 entities. So let us create that table. Create create table painting, open the bracket, press enter. We start listing the columns, or rather the attributes. We have painting underscore ID. This should be, of course, paint 001. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that will be 8 characters. So the paint ID, let it be virtual 8 characters. Okay, this is primary key in this particular table. Okay, and note now, put a comma, you go to the next attribute, which is a painting name, underscore name, painting name. The painting names, you can have virtual, then the characters you can have something like 20. Okay, to be safe, let us put like 55 characters. Okay, that's it. We can say not now, so that the name is provided. Then we can have style, can be virtual, let it be 40, comma. We can have designed underscore date. The data type is date, of course. Then we can have price. Let it be decimal. Into bracket, the first part we put the number of digits we want for the price. 1 million has how many characters? 1 million, it has 7 characters plus 2 decimal places, 7, 8, 9. So we can say 10, comma, 2 into bracket. The 2 here represents the decimal place. The 10 represents the number of decimal, the number of characters allowed in that particular column. So price decimal 10, comma 2. Press enter. We can have also discount. Discount, it can be decimal into brackets. Let it be 10 also, stroke, but it should be 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places. So that was our last attribute. So we don't put a comma, we can press enter, close the bracket, terminate, and press enter. Oh, I forgot doing something. We forgot enforcing the foreign keys here. So let me correct that very fast. Okay, because I've made a mistake, I'll have to delete this table, which is table painting, because if we say show tables, we see painting has been created, and if we go and describe painting, we also see that we have the primary key but no foreign key. That's the mistake we did. So I need to delete this table. So for you to delete that, you type drop table painting. So if you say show tables, you realize that the table has been deleted. So I need to correct this syntax here. Remove this. I need that. Put it here, paste it there. Okay, so I'll proceed from where I left. So we're having all these entities. So the last entity that we are going to have is painter ID. Painter underscore ID, which is here as a foreign key. And remember on the other side we said it's a voucher and should accept only 4 characters. Okay, and we said auto should not null. Okay. Okay, in case you are experiencing an error or a challenge, you can press Control C. Yes, because I need to redo this. I need to put a comma here. I forgot a comma there. Then copy it again and paste it there. Yes, the comma is there. So we are saying that is a painter underscore ID. We said it was voucher. It's coming here as a foreign key, 4 characters, and not now. Okay. put a comma, we press enter, then we say foreign key, our foreign key into brackets, painter ID, which is the foreign key in this table, painter underscore ID, brackets, references. The painter ID exists in the table painter, so it references that table painter. Where we are having the painter ID as a primary key. So here we can add another exclamation where I say on delete, though it's not a must to put this, on delete cascade, on update cascade. Okay, so I think now we are done. At the end of it all, remember we open the bracket, so here we don't need to put a comma, we can press enter, then we close our bracket, then terminate, then press enter. Query OK. So if you show tables, realize we have our two tables. So if we describe the table that we have just created, describe painting, you see we are having the primary key as painter ID and foreign key MUL represents foreign key as painter ID. So the primary key is the painting ID. The foreign key is the painter ID, which is perfect. So now we have enforced the relationship between the two entities successfully. So we can go ahead and add some data into this particular table. So let's add data, insert into table name, which is painting, and we're inserting values. Okay, press enter, you start listing your records. You open the bracket, we list the first record. Let's see how many we can insert into this. So the first part, we have the painting ID, which was 8 characters. So you can have the first paint as paint 001, comma, then painting name can have the first one as let me reduce the size so that we see what is happening. Like this, we minimize. Let's say African child leather. The next would be style. Let's say oil on canvas. Then the next one will be designed date. Date is a string also, so it should be in single quotations. So the date will be, let's say the image was done in 2021 dash the month 12, the day 08, something like that. Also here we're going to put only five records in this particular table. So after date we have the price, discount, and the painter ID. So the price, maybe this image costed, so we are not putting it in single quotation because it's the number. Maybe it's costed 12,000. Then the discount maybe was 2,000. Okay. Then the painter ID, maybe this one was done by painter 005. Then you close the bracket, put a comma, press enter, start another entry. So we are having paint 002, paint 002. The name of the paint, let's have a beach coconut tree, beach coconut tree. Okay. Oil on wood, no, oil on panel. Then we put the date, maybe this one was made in 1992. Month maybe 08. Date maybe 23rd. Then the prices, this one maybe was 15,000. Discount maybe was 1,500. Then maybe this was drawn by painter 003. Close the bracket, put a comma, add another entry. So we are having paint 003. The name of the the painting name. We have African child leather, beach coconut tree. Let's have sunset beach print. Sunset beach print, comma. How is the style used? Let's have oil on cardboard. It was drawn maybe in 2023, January, date 15. Price 10,700. Discount 700. Painter number what? 001. Close the bracket, put a comma, press enter. Two more to go, two more. So let's have paint 004. Okay. zebra spray. Let's have a zebra spray painting. Oil on canvas. Okay. So we're having the year. When was it made? Let's say 2002. Which month? That month is 7, date 28. Okay. Comma. The pricing. Maybe this one was 12,344. The discount 2,000. Then who was the painter? Painter 004. Close the bracket, put a comma. Now let's put our last record, which is paint 005, sorry, 005, comma. This one, let's call it African Woman Abstract. African Woman Abstract. Okay. The style used, let's have oil on paper. Oil on paper. Then you go to the date. This one was made in 2020. Okay. 10th date 25th, something like that. Comma. Then the price was 20,500. The discount was 4,000, something like that. Of course, this was Painter 002. Close the bracket. Close the bracket. Because this is the end, we don't put a comma, we just put a semicolon to terminate our query. Press enter. You see, query has been executed successfully. So we can check our data, select start from painting. So it brings all our data: painting ID, painting name, style, date designed, price, discount, and lastly the foreign key is here, not in order though. Yeah, that's how, because it depends. Maybe the painter number 5 was the first to deliver a painting to this shop, Painter 00. Yeah, and painter number 2 was the last to draw. So the painting, so the painting was paint 005. Okay, so this is how you insert. Then if you observe, the format of the date is normally year, month, then days. Then if you look at the price, you remember we declared it to be in 2 decimal places. Then the discount, we declared it to be in 3 decimal places. Yeah, remember when we are saying price, decimal into bracket 10, 2 into bracket. So this is the results. So the first 10, you see the digits here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have used 7 out of 10, the ones that we declared there. Here also we have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 that we have declared. So if this one goes beyond 10, you find the value will not be accepted inside the database. So that's how you simply create two entities, enforce the relationship of one to many between them, and we have seen how to create a table, defining the attributes, and also defining the data types. Then we went ahead in inserting the data into the tables. We have seen all that. So this is how you create a database, create two tables, enforce relationships, and insert data into them. Hope you followed everything, and thank you.